Hello guys, welcome to my channel. We're excited to have you here. Today, we will be watching an interesting video.
But, you know, it's with
I hope you like it.
Boxy back in the
Please
roster,
subscribe to my
and
channel
I think
and hit the
everybody who's a
notification
Liquid
bell.
fan with their copium, they're like, if they have the full roster, they totally would have. Well, now you're going to get your answer. This is the time to figure out whether or not they would have done it. Obviously, the same stakes on the line in this game as the grand finals of the Lima Major.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dyrachia will deny his own Observer Ward, so they planted Observer Ward and the Sentry. Let's see if Team Liquid will decide to also deny their own wards, because it's going to be easy gold, easy XP for Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, everybody wants the easy gold, so they're going to fight it out. Ooh. So he gets the 100 gold. Look at that. Easy money.
Yeah, they should increase his salary, because after winning the major and also getting this D ward,
very two equivalent things right there. Yeah, I agree. Definitely up the salary and get it going. So Tofu coming over, and I always just love it. Celery tofu makes me hungry for some good Dota.
absolutely. And this is going to be a good Dota. Looking at Nisha's item build coming up from the mid lane, I believe that's going to be a straight-up Meteor Hammer, something that you know, Reddit talked about, and I fiend Reddit a lot, so I get the ideas from Reddit. That's why we're on the same page. So it's a good setup. Like, you have Tornado to set things up. It also gives Invoker a bit more tower push, which he doesn't have unless he's going the Exort. When you get the summons, seems like Celery is onto something. Yeah, yeah, that's why I said
that one was 101. I mean, that's even more gold. Chef's kiss right there. Get 2 D wards before the 1 minute mark, and then a quick late good luck, have fun after that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna need some luck, because they just gave 200 gold to Rubick.
Yeah, go straight Ags.
And you have, and you also have no Observer whatsoever. Look at Celery, man. He's bringing another Sentry just to be able to get stuff done. Block this big camp or unblock his small camp. For now, it's just going to be a big camp block.
Thorn in the side of Liquid already. And you're talking about Nisha going for the Meteor Hammer. That channel time, obviously, a little bit lower. Actually, a lot lower. Maybe I'm underplaying it a little bit. 2.5 to 2 seconds is
it's
a lot
big
quicker.
Upgrade, yeah, for sure. It's... But let's see how it's going to go. This is going to be Quinn on his signature puck, something that he's been carrying the games pretty much, and he's been dominating the matchups. He's been really on point. I remember maybe 1 or 2 games throughout the majors, at least, that I've seen, and I've seen a lot, where Quinn, like, lost the matchup, but it comes down to also rotation.
Ace might die. Croup Storm doing some damage on Insania, but First Blood for the Dazzle doesn't even get traded. Now Tofu on the run. They're looking for a second kill, but he'll just survive with 70 health.
Not enough. He did have 6 Magic Stick charges and the Fairy Fire, but did not want to commit. Great start. Like, Dead Prophet, when you managed to shut her down, and who was the one getting the kill? Insania. Okay, give it. Like, you talked about other position 5 trying to get some carry items. It might be Insania this time around. A lot of value. Something that T-Gunner talked about on the panel is Dazzle Shard. Like, sometimes not necessarily you want to give your position 5 the best start, but when it comes down to certain matchups, it's going to be quite a lot. And we see Boxy kind of being annoying behind enemy lines.
Yeah, this is rough. I mean, this is just straight in their lane in between the tier 1 and the tier 2 tower. I mean, this is giving me a little bit of flashbacks to when you had the double stout axe builds. You just stand behind the tower and farm creeps just freely like that.
Bring poor man's shield back and side shop.
Yeah, I'm there for the side shop for sure. I'd love to see you know, some new businesses get made in this map. It's going back to what you said about Ace getting shut down a little bit here with that first death. You kind of, the Death Prophet lineups are based on just like solely taking objectives off that 6. When you get the level 2 in the Exorcism, you're going towards Roche. Like, if you slow him down, what does that do to the pace of Gaimin Gladiators lineup? Can they rebound off that? Is there anybody else who can kind of help him maybe get back in the game?
Yeah, they do have very active mid laner. Boxy will deny himself in the meantime, but they do have Puck who can easily rotate. So Dead Prophet, even with the nerfs that she had in the previous patch, decreased intelligence and strat gain per level, plus also a bad start that you said. It's also not that easy matchup. Tofu might need to be a bit more careful.
He's been playing, you know, on a knife's edge on this lane. He's been sitting with low health a lot. And that is never fun against the Dazzle if you just get hit with a, you know, like a level 2 poison touch. Get run down.
add reflection on top of that, so you'll always have another slow, extra damage. And they also got the first blood, as you said. We see Insania feeding off Mickey with some extra tangos. This top lane is a lot of burst.
Ooh, Duraccio is actually the one who takes a lot of damage from Zai and almost gets run down by Boxy. Both these heroes sitting low. Zai, the Illusions, trying to get the damage and will eventually succeed. So they do get a Visage in the top lane. And bottom, there's a fight once again. Insania low health. Tofu falls. Insania drops into the trade. And that will be a 1-for-1 over bottom.
Not too bad of a trade, I would say, for Team Liquid, where you get some solo XP, you get the kill, you get the last hit as well. So Mickey, eventually, you know, the Terrorblade's going to be pushed out of the lane, so you want to get as many levels as possible before leaving.
Bottom lane. What's your objective when you leave that lane, though? Like, what's the biggest thing on the map for you?
As Terrorblade, just hit as many creeps as you can.
Right.
Find Iron Talent. Just kidding. They say I don't want to see that item back. You know, we talked about some of the
best item.
Neutral items. Yeah, it's going to bring the griefers back into the game. We don't want to see that.
I love griefing. I mean, I love griefing.
Yes. Okay, please find his Dota profile ID and report him.
Please don't. Boxy has had a pretty swell time. You know, other than denying himself, it feels like they've put a lot of damage out. Only 12 CS, though. Doing his thing.
This is not a core. I mean, compared to
Rubick,
like yeah, he definitely plays like a core. Boxy, you know, he's been... I think he had a year and a half where he has been so steady, and I want to see if he's going to be disassembling Tranquil Boots, or is it going to be too much work. Here we go. Ooh. He actually does it. It's a lot of work, you know, I already said it.
Telekinesis, throwing him back, lands on Zai, the chase is on for Celery, goes through those trees and just trying to get the damage under the tier 1 tower, and that will be done with the Soul Assumption coming in from Zai.
It's an insane amount of damage that they have in this lane. You have Boxy using the Onslaught plus Trample, which gives you insane amount of damage from Soul Assumption, so pretty good setup, and needs to be a bit more careful. If you misuse Telekinesis,
off the Tranquils. Going in for the Onslaught, Waning Rift, that'll silence up. Is he back on Tranquils? Nope, still locked. I feel like if we could just add a little screen with his Tranquils, just so we know when they're together and not together.
Are you trying to get fired again, B-Cop? It's just like very difficult to keep an eye, like implement the technology right now during the cast. Like you're getting production extra work. He'll drop the Observer Ward, but it's going to get denied. I think it's in the range of Sentry.
Yeah, so we're maybe taking a step to potentially deny that, but just like they did before, they were able to deny a ward pretty quickly after the placement. So good gold coming in. Boxy getting that 125 gold, and it's always good gold when you get to D-ward like that. Pretty much for free. Trample again, but that's stopped via the Telekinesis. That's the one thing kind of holding them back, but once that's on cooldown, like it's free reign.
It really is. Duraccio also getting levels. Like, both carriers kind of want to do the similar thing. They don't want to join early on. They want to hit the creeps, plant one hero who can sustain, get some XP from there. This is going to be Dazzle versus Rubick. Not two best heroes we've seen. Treant Protector, Wyvern. Heroes that can soak up some damage and also be very elusive, very difficult to kill, hiding in the trees, while the carries are doing stuff in the jungle. By stuff, I mean being completely off the map. Nisha, Meteor Hammer done.
It's 7-minute, 25-second Meteor Hammer. I've heard this is all the rage, and I'm ready to see why, that's for sure.
I'm fine with this. I'm definitely fine with adding some new stuff. It might get boring. This is like when Viper gets, again, popular, or Necroforce. You're like, hell yeah, give him that Reaper Sight. Give him that toxic environment in the laning stage. It's very good for, I'd say, a couple of weeks, but then it gets kind of boring. We see first rotation from Tofu, trying to make stuff happen. DD gonna get dispelled.
Yeah, good tornado to stop that. Tofu's still moving forward, and, well, Quinn's going to drop down that Dream Coil. They've got Boxy coming over from the side with the Onslaught, the Trample, the damage on the Quinn! It's more than enough with Insania coming in to get that kill onto the Puck. Goes in a little bit too far in that level 2 in the Shadow Wave. Blows him up.
Also getting extra damage from the illusions that Boxy picked up from the Shadow Wave. That's pretty crucial. And Boxy, he has like 600 APM at the moment. Still disassembling his Tranquil Boots. I think Milan was the first player that I saw doing it back in 2022. And he kept doing it all the time, just getting the full value.
This is something that would, if I tried to do, it would end with me accidentally.
You would do it once.
No,
that's it. You would get hit, or you would get another Tranquil Boots or whatever.
Drop my items by accident and like get them denied. I have no faith in my mechanical skills.
I think you need to pay attention to the game because it's going to take you like 5 minutes to figure things out how it actually works.
Okay, unlock, 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 disassemble.
I'm just
unlock.
kidding, B-Cup. Also to talk about the matchup, we see Mickey farming underneath the tower, still not pushed out of the lane, and he's level 7, which is pretty impressive. That's why that one kill that they got from the bottom lane, and he also got one of the last hits. Does have a lot of mana to sustain with. Infused Raindrop, Falcon Blade, plus Tumbler's Toy.
He has Dream Coil again, but these heroes just hiding under the trees. Senya actually maybe looking to make something happen with another Shadow Wave. Gotta be fearful of the damage that comes in. Nietzsche's just free to do whatever he wants in this mid lane now, and he's probably gonna just drop another Meteor Hammer onto the tower. And this tier 1 is just about gone. Yeah, never mind, it's not just about, it is. That is a very quick tower take, and Celery just running for Boxy, who you've been saying repetitively how well he's doing in this game.
Yeah, he's been really on point, but Boxy trying to go for a solo kill. After all, it's not a core Primal Beast, as we mentioned. Nisha.
Could become.
Yeah, could definitely. Like, all you need is pretty much a BKB or a Blink Dagger deciding what you want to go for. Ace.
This is a long TP.
He TP'd back to tier 1 tower while Quinn TP'd first.
And Quinn's coming over. He's got Tofu over to the side to maybe give some help, but do you want to be here, Boxy? Ooh, Dream Coil with the Avalanche running onto 2 of these heroes. Ace back in the fight, but they're not going to go after this Dream Coil was placed down. Not exactly getting anything out of that.
If Ace dies there, this is pretty big. You know, this becomes meme material. This goes on Reddit for sure.
Ooh. Yeah, TPing to the tower, long TP, take a lot of damage, walk right in and die. That's...
Nisha trying to find something.
Has an urn coming in too. I want to start getting those charges.
For a full backstab, he would definitely love to get a kill on Ace. First Exorcism was used, not much damage was done, because Terrorblade was there, level 7, as we mentioned. And also, he doesn't care too much about Exo, right now sitting at 20 armor.
Yeah, 11 minutes, 20 armor. That definitely seems really...
Le balance.
Yeah, as the French would say. So he just goes back into the jungle. That's no surprise. But right now, a little bit of that Sacred Relic Talisman combination coming in.
I love what I'm seeing. This is new tech that I saw in some of the pubs when you play against carry.
It's been so long. I don't know.
Yeah, illusion carries. It's reduced. Like, the cost has been reduced by 350.
And that is that makes it S tier, right?
Most definitely. It's like Radiant's burn damage is not as good as it was before, considering like how Dota developed. But I think it's more about the best chance as well, and also being able to push out the waves.
Onslaught EMP drop down. Durantio gets up onto the high ground of the steps. Nisha's been everywhere. He is really putting the pressure on to all 3 lanes, and when you've already got the tier 1 tower down over mid, you're kind of free to do that.
I think I know why Invokers are going for Meteor Hammer, because you have a Chaos Meteor, and then you upgrade with the shard, so you have 2 extra, you build a Meteor Hammer, so you have 4 of them. It's like Meteor Shower, pretty much.
Yeah, you're just looking to take out some dinosaurs with that. A couple of meteors, drop them down.
Poor Boxy, man. If he uses it on Boxy, Boxy's done so.
Quinn getting that kill on Insania. Meanwhile, up top, Boxy getting a kill on a Celery. They're also looking at Durantio once again. He is not safe in this jungle at all. And you can just see, like, it just feels like he farms so well with this Meteor Hammer. There's so much about it that just, that couple of changes have really just improved the item. And Zai's just going to take the tier 1 top. Gaimin Gladiators, despite the fact that they're up 2k in the net worth, like, it feels like they're losing a lot of their map.
They are. They just lost 2 towers. When it comes down to their tower damage, 3 heroes don't deal much. Naga Siren also needs items. It's mostly going to be about the Dead Prophet. So Ace took down the bottom tower, does have Mag going into Guardian Greaves, which is no surprise. It's still a great item. It got nerfed, Region got nerfed, the armor got nerfed once you drop down the below threshold. So still going to be picked up on most of the offlaners.
Mm-hmm. And those changes coming in, and I feel like we'll probably still see that item a decent amount. Nisha still lurking, still looking. maybe going to find Ace as they their lines are starting to intersect, but just a little bit slow on getting down there. So Ace will be free to leave, and well, actually, he'll be free to come back too. So he's got that mech. I think he has the Guardian Greaves flying out, still working on that Radiance. There is the Terrorblade and Primal Beast going for the drums, and looking like maybe there's a Boots of Bearing in the future. Boxing in with the Waning Rift, Tofu over to the side, maybe trying to throw in an Avalanche. They got the Dream Coil onto 2, the Pulverize, but the damage is in. They got killing a Boxy. The Meteor Hammer lands onto Tofu. And from the other side, Zai's coming in. Soul Assumption hits on the Tofu. They've got the Guardian Greaves, which are immediately popped by Ace. Poison Touch thrown over by Insania, as well as a Tornado that comes in and lands. But not really doing much of anything.
Yeah, that Guardian Greaves came in very clutch. So are you going to tip Boxy? Boxy went in. He's tanky, but not as tanky. He needs some kind of a backup, maybe Dazzle with the Shallow Grave sitting behind him to get another round of the spells potentially.
Top lane.
There are 2 really good neutral items that you can pick up on Primal Beast. I'll hold that thought.
And they're trying to go in onto this Visage. They'll even pop the Exo, but they've got the onslaught of Boxy coming in once again, and that's a song.
A bit of an anti-combo here.
Is it a TP or is it a re-engage? Because they've got Tofu and Celery coming into the fight, but Nisha's also here.
Like another Exo that they're not going to get any value from this. They also used Song during the Exo, so got to be careful about that one. Maybe they thought if Tiny gets close, we'll be able to burst someone, toss him backwards, and then try to isolate him. I talked about the neutral items on Primal Beast. Tumbler Stall is the one, Pickpole is the other, where it gives you extra speed so you can chase down people. And talking of speed, that drum that you talked about, he's going to dodge it.
Ooh, gets the Pulverized Dream Coil, Meteor Hammer, combining onto Quinn, but he gets the Illusory Orb off and is able to jaunt away.
They really don't have much control for this puck. That's one of the downsides of Team Liquid's draft. They need to be able to get in with the Primal Beast, maybe use like Tornado to try to set things up, time it perfectly, but it's going to be very difficult, I would say.
Onslaught, Draccio, now getting hit by this Trample, and we'll pop the Manta style, start to walk away. They don't have Dream Coil available on Quinn, so nothing they can really re-engage on, and a little bit of a battle of the supports, but Ace kind of coming in and, well, turning the tides of that one and putting in a little bit more damage up towards top if they do end up fighting. Tornado avoided. Quinn still has that double damage. Top lane, they are going to go in. They've got the toss. It's on to Zai. They'll look to get the kill, but they've got the Shallow Grave, so Zai's going to survive a little bit longer and be able to TP out. They'll go after Insania. The chase is on from Ace.
21 charges. He's going to be probably okay.
Shadow Wave. Want?
Did not want to pop
dice.
it. He had another Spirit Siphon, so never mind that.
Yeah, you're probably dead anyway, right? Keep the charges for another day.
Why does Quinn have double damage every single time I click on him? This is the 3rd time.
Yeah.
And I'm not even counting. Could have been a 4th.
The numbers game is up there for the double damage. There was that one game we had, Tour 1, where the only rune was double damage.
Every second active rune was DD. Nisha?
Nisha coming in from the side, and they're going to try and get this kill on Quinn. They've got the Onslaught. They have the control with the Pulverize, and Nisha gets credit for the kill there onto the puck. So they combine as a trio to get that kill. Well, Zai's farming away.
Now having a full Spirit Vessel, so that's going to be a great item against Dead Prophet. I mean, she does have a way of dispelling things with the Guardian Greaves. Not sure if he wants to pop it immediately to get rid of it. But definitely a great pickup from Nisha.
Speaking of items looked at and or being picked up, Heart next for Naga Siren after the Manta style.
Seen different builds on Naga Siren. Like, I'd say 2-3 months ago, everybody was going for the same item build, the Manta style into Orchid, then you start being more active. I've seen Manta style into Mage Slayer recently during the Major by quite a lot, where you also like want to take a fight and does tank up both you and the illusions. But there's also like, if you feel like you don't want to take a fight, you can go for this Heart of Thoracic just to be more tanky, because Team Liquid's damage, like, they don't have that much. If he gets that hard, he should be able to get the song off. I don't think they can burst him down from 100 to 0.
Yeah, it just comes to question what the Naga Siren's doing other than surviving, right? Like, sometimes I feel like I watch Naga Siren games and they just kind of exist. And CS is a number that just goes up.
there were a couple of games during the major where, I mean, everybody pretty much experienced that in their own pubs as well, where your Naga Siren is 0-0-0, you're losing, but this time around it's fine. Dyrachyo doesn't need to join. He's the most farm hero on the map by quite a lot, and also the rest of the team is doing pretty well. Gaimin Gladiators, they're playing the map extremely well right now. Insania could be in a bit of a trouble, but senses something is off.
Dyrachyo gonna go behind the tier 1 tower, gets the ensnare with the Waning Rift. That's a quick blow up of Insania. They have a TP coming in for Nisha with a Tornado landing on an Ace as well as Dyrachyo, but they go to the Exorcism, and maybe this is the one that finally nets them a tower. And with that, yeah, it's looking like they're going to grab it. But Boxy may be setting up for some sort of onslaught combo. They do have Zai up top, so I don't know exactly what they would go for, but they are just posturing like they may go. I will say it's a little bit surprising considering the fact that the map for Gaimin Gladiators was so shrunk, I'm not really sure, but early on with the tier 1 towers going down, they're able to get such a lead like this.
Yeah, Gaimin Gladiators are all over the place pretty much. These couple of rotations that look good for Team Liquid, they took the towers, but it comes down to also Terrorblade wanting to farm a really big item. Now that the Radiance is complete, Team Liquid, they're going to strike. They're going to go inside the Roche Pit, use this information that there is no Exo available, and they will take it. I don't see Naga Siren being close enough to use Song.
Wow. Yeah. Just kind of for free, and they're going to grab themselves the first Aegis of the game. Is that significant there when you're thinking about Gaimin Gladiators and their strategy? Like, when you see like Ursa lineups, they desperately want that first Aegis, but is not getting an Aegis here that bad for Gaimin Gladiators?
No way. Puck has another double damage.
Okay. Do other power rooms exist?
There is one, some random one that is not DD, and then DD spawns again.
It's every other. Patch, percentage, unwritten change, 100% double damage all the time.
Man, pops are going to be very good in the next month, I would say. Radiance on Terrorblade, Meteor Hammers everywhere. It's going to be very enjoyable.
I was thinking about Meteor Hammer, and I feel like the only person who doesn't like the change is OD pickers. It happens quicker, but they still need to learn to count.
Oh, they have to, like, relearn how to count.
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge issue.
Avalanche toss up into the air onto Zai with the Crypt Swarm coming in. Zai taking a lot of damage on the run, bringing it over to Mickey, who uses that Sunder to put him back to full health. But now the Song of the Siren right on top of the Terrorblade. There's 3 heroes here that are hit by the Song. And the Radiance isn't doing enough, doesn't really look like it. The Shallow Grave, it's on to make a very early Dream Coil down onto Insania. They'll get the drop onto the Dazzle. They'll lose the Aegis here on Terrorblade to start. Spirit Vessel was placed on a Quinn, but he doesn't quite care. They're going to go again with the onslaught coming in from Boxy. That kind of hurts the Terrorblade.
No
Avalanche toss comes in. They get the kill on Boxy and Mickey. Telekinesis lands on Anisha. He's trying to get out, but the Stolen Pulverize lifts him up into the air, and they'll get the kill onto the Invoker as well. Whoa, boy, Gaimin Gladiators coming up Millhouse on that fight.
It looked good. It looked really good. You know, save your buddy. We experienced it, pretty much everyone. Look at the damage coming out from Terrorblade. That Radiance during the Song, I think he dealt most damage during the Song, and having that Radiance. He's also super tanky with just Falcon Blade, has Pupil's Gift. We're going to see the replay again. So looked very cool. They saved Zai with the Sunder for a brief moment. He still dies in the end, I believe, but they don't have meta. I think that's the big one.
And this just makes Mickey kind of vulnerable, right? Like, he uses this Sunder. Look at where his health is at. They know he's close, so immediately into the Song, right? Know you're going to lock him up. Even though he's got the Aegis, if he's not going to have meta, he's not going to really do much damage. The one thing that I noticed, too, is Boxy's going to come in here with an Onslaught that kind of bumps him up into the air, too, off this Aegis respawn.
Now you're also fighting into Naga Siren Illusions. They are way too tanky. He does have Heart of Taraz that we talked about.
Avalanche toss. They've got the Siphon onto this Primal Beast, and they'll get the kill on a Boxy.
Man, Gaimin Gladiators, they seem to be in a full control of this game. Even though they lost Roshan, after using that Exo, they're still doing a lot of stuff on the map.
Esportsbet.io odds showing up on your screen, 1.08 for Gaimin Gladiators. Those are some heavy favorite odds, and I don't want to say nothing, you know, it's impossible for them. Just take a look at the Valentina Shevchenko against Alexa Grasso fight that happened last weekend, and those were the same odds.
Yeah,
and the underdog won.
Yeah, that tennis match was really intense.
Oh, well, you know, those are for the few fans that are out there.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. The Nisha, he's going to be the one getting caught.
Yeah, silence on him coming thrown in by Ace. Pulverize still on a celery. They'll get the telekinesis into the air. The shallow grave, but is it going to be enough to save this Invoker? It's not looking likely. They go to the song. They've got the Crib Storm that lands on Tanisha. They'll get the kill with the Invoker out of the fight. This is looking bad for Liquid. They'll still continue to go in and look to get the kill into the Primal Beast. They'll take out Boxy, the Illusory Orb, hitting on one of these heroes. It's Zai, but they're not going to jaunt forward. They still want to go. Blink, Avalanche onto 2, toss up into the air. It's on a Mickey. Can they get the kill here onto the Terrorblade? He gets the Sunder off. Zai just escaping with a minuscule amount of health, but they've got the damage. Another shallow grave. It's not really going to help out Mickey. He's inevitably dead in this fight, and he'll finally fall. They still want Zai. They still want this Visage, and Quinn's going to go in and finish him off if they get the kill on Insania. They've got the Crypt Swarm. They'll have the finishing blow and a full team wipe here for Gaimin Gladiators.
Gaimin Gladiators, they're so good at team fighting. I think in this one, it's also going to be some insane amount of damage coming out from Terrorblade. Yeah, 3.8k damage done by him compared to like Puck 5.4, which is still impressive. He stays in the fight for a very long time with that Sunder on the Illusion, with the shallow grave from Dazzle, but it's still not enough. Like, their damage is very limited. Like, Dazzle doesn't deal damage. He does have this shard.
Right.
Yeah, it's just not enough. And it's also Invoker with no exert, only 2 points in it, so you need to land the combo. Sit in there while you're trying to channel the Meteor Hammer for 2 seconds. If that Prophet locks onto you with the Spirit Siphon and Exo, you need to run away. And I'm not even sure if you can.
So we'll take a look at the Dota Plus win probability. 14% for Liquid.
Pretty generous, I would say.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It just, you know, you talk about how much damage he's doing with the Radiance, but Mickey, he sunders and he's back down to 0 almost immediately. They go to the shallow grave, but they've got the telekinesis as well as the silence, and with no BKB, that's going to mean another death here for this Invoker. They'll even go to the Exorcism to try and chase Zai and put that damage out on him. They have the ensnare that lands from Dyrachyo. They also get the kill on a Boxy. That's Quinn off to the side, getting a kill onto a support, while they'll take care of this Visage and get themselves 3.
Dyrachyo is understanding when he needs to join the fight. I mean, throughout the major, throughout the previous DPC and this one, he's sitting at 0 deaths. His itemization was on point. If he gets some like different item, he's not gonna be as tanky. Understanding like what item needs to be purchased in this type of situation where damage is very limited, and he does have Dragon Scale, so also
more armor.
More armor. I mean, I was going a different direction, but more sieging when it comes down to that. So you'll have illusions pushing out the waves and towers much easier. I mean, look at where Celery is standing.
He is pretty forward.
He is, and also holding Sunder, which could be pretty crucial.
They used it in that fight over by the outpost as they were killing Zai.
Could be like sacrificial usage of it. You want to burst the enemy carry if he already used the Sunder.
Yeah, the cast range on it's pretty wild too. Mickey, see if he's all right. Onslaught in, telekinesis up into the air. They've got the Sunder. That'll put Boxy down to half health. And Dyrachyo trying to chase. Crypt Swarm just landing on a Boxy, but they've got the Deafening Blast that pushes back this Death Prophet. Dyrachyo still looking to get this kill, but eventually it will be Quinn. Now they've got their eyes set on Zai, who's silenced up and on the run with BKBB. Popped by Ace, though. He's running in. With the help of his team, he should be able to sustain and get through this and maybe get the kill here, but the Shallow Grave comes out from Insania. They go to the song. It's on the 4 remaining heroes on the side of Liquid.
Oh, no, this is going to be huge.
Big fight. They're asking for help, but they're not going to find it. Avalanche Toss comes in with the Illusory Orb hitting. They go to the Sunder. It's going to be on Dyrachyo, but are they able to get the kill here, at least on the Naga Siren? There's a Sunstrike coming in, but it's not going to be enough just yet. Tornado comes through. It lands on a couple of these heroes. Dyrachyo getting low, but still outliving Mickey. The Terrorblade drops. Quinn gets the kill. The Onslaught in. It hits a couple of these heroes and pushes them away. They've got the Shallow Grave once again, but this is looking bad for Boxy as he's been boxed in by the side of Gaimin Gladiators. They'll get another kill. They'll call GG, and Gaimin Gladiators will take game 1 and continue to reign supreme over Team Liquid.
They just have their number, it seems. The way they've been playing the map, like Team Liquid, they've been making the moves around.
The other numbers.
I don't know the other numbers. These are the only numbers that I know. Dyrachyo might be on fire, but Team Liquid might put down that fire, if you know what I mean, with the draft that they have, because it looks pretty damn good, I would say. Like, they have so much counter picks. They have pretty much every single hero can close out the gap find this sniper and find Nature's Prophet, which might be a little bit of a difficult situation for them to deal with. In terms of the front line, they don't also have like the best front line yet. Sure, you might have Undying. Celery should have a good lane, but knowing how things went during the Major, during the past 3 or 4 years of Dota, you don't have to play the lane if you're playing into Undying as 2 strength heroes. So expect a lot of shenanigans, a lot of lane poolings, because they don't have ways to stop you. They have no slows other than Shrapnel, which I don't think it's going to be okay. Talking about some of the nerfed heroes in this game, we see Batrider, which did have a rough time against Queen of Pain. This matchup is like almost unplayable. Queen of Pain got 2 extra damage even, which sounds, you know, just like 2 damage, but that's quite a lot for the laning stage, and Batrider needs more mana for sticking a palm, 5 extra mana. So even the mid matchup is going to be rougher. Also, you mentioned something to me, is Spectre going to go for Meteor Hammer? I don't think he will, but it's also an option. I'm sure in this meta, we will see some Meteor Hammer Spectres, because it does, like, you build into Ring of Health, you have extra regen, you can push towers, you can farm the stacks as well. Most likely, considering what he's playing into SniperClockwerkBatrider, is just going to be a Blade Mail Power Treads type of a build.
Yeah, I'm glad that one of my ideas finally made it through the pre-check, and you get to say that maybe Meteor Hammer will be built, but it does feel like it's going to be a Blade Mail kind of game. Would you even consider Radiance at all, or is that just not even in the question?
Well, that's also not a bad idea, considering that it's $350 cheaper. I mean, it got approved. Every item build is viable if you don't care about winning or losing the game.
So you're telling me Boots of Bearing into Nullifier. Okay, cool.
You might win some games. It's not terrible build. Zai hiding here, trying to get some lane shenanigans as we talked about. Tofu needs to be a bit more careful. Shotgun in his face. Mickey also using a dagger.
Yeah, not great to eat that Scatter Blast right into the face of the Clockwork, but this feels like it's the Clockwork's job, right? Battery Assault, run into the enemy heroes, disrupt their farming patterns, and make sure you try not to die. But as we see with Clockworks every now and then, it's just like bound to happen where you're just, when you're playing that aggressively, you're going to end up giving a life over to. As long as it's not First Blood, it's not really awful.
Ooh, looking at the mid matchup, Quinn 8-2 against 6-1 on Batrider. This matchup does get tougher as you start to get more points in Shadow Strike. This is 2 points, 3 points at level 5 on Shadow Strike. You don't have much way to farm as Queen of Pain then, but it's mostly about dominating the matchup. But so far, Quinn doing really good.
Boxy ran on top of Duraccio, but not really enough damage to get the kill, just disrupting him as well. Quinn, you talk about that matchup, so I'm thinking to myself, give Quinn a bad matchup. Let's see if he can beat it out. And I feel like this is going to be a real test for him, especially, like you said, with the Shadow Strikes getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah,
so
it's a bad matchup for him.
Yeah. Very bad matchup.
So looking at the top lane,
Duraccio. Ooh, First Blood.
Well, he'll get it.
Duraccio. He got the kill to Zai first. They end up trading, but Boxy's going to die here too. With the Tombstone down, they have the ability to go and trade, and First Blood for the Sniper, that works out in favor of Gaimin Gladiators.
That's not a good trade for Team Liquid at all. Like, Celery lives, he gets to level 3. Duraccio got to level 3 before he died, is bringing items to him. He has Boots of Speed and Gloves of Haste, and Quinn's the one playing very aggressive. It should not happen.
Getting chased under the Tier 1 tower, but now Quinn in trouble with the Shadow Strike on him. Boxy with a TP rotation over mid, and there's nobody to help this Batrider. In Shadow Strike won't get the kill. It'll be Boxy who claims the life of this Batrider.
Quinn didn't have Firefly, had Fairy Fire available, but did not want to pop it, did not want to use it, and Nisha will get rid of this one. Who got the last hit? It was actually Boxy, so.
But there is that D ward that Nisha gets. He gets a little bit of extra gold going his way, and with no contest coming in as Quinn is respawning, the lane looks that much better here for the Queen of Pain. Still, though, CS kind of even-ish. It's just a question of whether or not it's going to stay that way. Been looking over bottom. Ace on this Nature's Prophet. Still a hero that feels like it's very much in the meta. This Prophet, even post-patch.
Wrath of Nature, base damage nerfed. Also his...
Raggio again. Taking a lot of damage from the tag team, and the right clicks with the snowball coming in from Boxy. forcing him to back up, and he can't really get a kill here on a Boxy if he wants to. There's 13 charges on the wand, and Dyrachyo
good body blocks,
throwing down another shrapnel, making sure to walk away from Boxy, and now the turnaround damage is there. He pops the salve and starts throwing some right clicks in over on the Boxy, but Zai's here as well, just trying to cut this creep wave and get some CS under his belt.
Dyrachyo pushed away as far as tier 2 tower, forcing them to use a healing salve and missing a decent amount of CS. Looking at the mid lane, like this is where Queen of Pain starts to take over. Shadow Strike, looking at the CS 22. 5 Boxy, one more time.
Onslaught, and now they drop the Tombstone. Will they have the ability to keep him alive? Not really. Celery, he'll, well, see his sniper die trying to trade. He doesn't have Soul Rip at level 3. Does get the kill on his eye. So again, another trade, but they do kill off this sniper for the second time.
Yeah, this is the second death of Sniper. A bit of a rough one. They have so many heroes to close the gap. You have Spectre as well to jump on top of you. With, like, AssassinEmber should be your next item after you finish off Blade Mail Power Tread, so having that bit of a global presence, any kind of rotation with either Tusk or Primal Beast before you have a Force Staff, you're dead. Like, there's no way you're gonna be saved. Heroes that they have on their side doesn't have saving capabilities. Nice charge by Boxy.
Yeah, it gets down to the low ground. Celery's still chasing. Maybe to get more decays out and potentially get a kill here. He does have a Mango to devour, but chooses not to. And well, now damage coming in from Zai Onslaught, as well as that trample used, but no kill there. Boxy, by the way, he also got the Tombstone, and I mean, a free 125 gold is always nice in this early in the game, especially for support.
This game, pretty impressive. He's been on point with the rotations, gonna secure. Yeah, most likely. So, gonna secure the Arcane Rune for Nisha, who does have a point in Sonic Wave. No bottle, because he's playing into Batrider matchup. Might decide to pick it up and try to get something done.
Let's see. A couple stacks here of Sticky Napalm as Nisha with the Flame Break. Ooh, Sonic Wave, but Quinn still gonna chase, forcing the blink back. Needs to be careful taking the damage under the tower. This is a little bit of the same story from game 1, right? Like, Liquid feel to be the dominators of the early game, but yet it's a net worth lead for Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, definitely. Queen of Pain, if he did not have Arcane Rune, extra 30% cooldown on Blink, I think Quinn would gotten the kill there.
Yeah.
With Lasso, was very close to getting him, and Boxy will TP out. A lot of heroes low HP on side of Team Liquid, but none of them dying.
And nobody dying just yet. By the way, Nisha's going to have that Sonic Wave back in just 40 seconds, so Quinn's going to have to be a little bit careful about the timing on that if he stays here a little bit too low.
Quinn played this lane so well. Only 400 gold behind Queen of Pain, and also forced Queen of Pain to use Sonic Wave. It was with the Arcane Rune. If it wasn't, then I would say it was a big win in terms of the trade, what you get. We didn't talk too much about Ace. He's been pretty much free farming in this lane. They can't really put too much pressure on the hero. If they try to go on him, use a cookie, he can always TP out, and he's way too tanky to just be bursted. And something that Panel mentioned, going into Aghanim Scepter, this item allows you to like stop Primal Beast from charging in, stop Tusk from using a snowball, and also Queen of Pain. Usually Queen of Pain does struggle at the early stages of the game where she blinks in and can't get out because of the lower points in Blink, especially in this type of a matchup where you have 4 points in Shadow Strike. So that means that you want to get Scream of Pain for farming, which also means that Blink Strike is not going to get priority in this. So 12-second cooldown, got to be very careful.
Yeah, so this is going to be a very value axe, is what you're saying. So let's see how quickly that comes out. By the way, you know, I continue to harp on the net worth that's going on here, and it's just like Dyrachyo died twice in his lane, and he's still top of the net worth. Like, his lane has become free all of a sudden. Zai over to the side. He's now getting chased by Quinn and Celery. Like, he's not getting out of this. Quinn gets a kill, which, you know, rebounding off the lane that he's having is a great kill for him to get. They've got the Fire Snap Cookie that lands on a Tofu. He'll use those cogs, and he's still alive. Like, he's
gonna
so
be fine.
tanky, and he's going to walk away from this exchange.
Boxy trying to find a different angle, snowball on cooldown, but Tofu knows something is up. This comes down to Tofu's item build. I was very concerned about like what he's trying to do with it, but like you talked about the trays that he was doing in the lane where he can go in and he can't die with this type of a build. So 2 gauntlets, 2 branches. He had 40 HP, I believe, level 1 as Clockwork.
Yeah. So now dealing with close to 1,200 HP on this Clockwork. He's not easy to kill, which is evident right there in that last exchange. Ace, good shards from Boxy to block him in, but here come the Treants to try and get in front of Boxy as well. Not really much doing, just farming. Dyrachyo now throwing some right clicks on Azai. Quinn over to the side. He's got a lasso if they want to get there. If they can get there to lock him up, they don't even need it. So Quinn, he's starting to move around, and even despite the fact that the lane was difficult, he is making his presence felt all over the map once again for Gaimin Gladiators, and this has been the story of the series so far.
Nisha, think about going in.
Art Snowball, Scatterblast, Celery. He's going to use another Decay. Sonic Wave just getting that kill.
It's either you use a Sonic Wave, get a kill, or you try to use the Blink Strike, finish him off with Scream of Pain. If there's another hero, if there's Clockwork on a different side of the map, you die. And he's going to actually kill him. This is why he was thinking about not getting in. So no Magic Wand popped. He had strength. He had Intelligence Trades on Queen of Pain. Oof, a bit of a rough one. I think I want to see how much damage was that.
The Wrath of Nature?
Oh. Well, it doesn't show. Never mind.
No, I'm waiting. Refresh. I'm hoping. There it is. On my screen, at least. 351. There it is. Let's go. 351. Looking on it. And, I mean, a decent amount of damage, especially after that fight. Because, I mean, the Undying was making himself very hard to kill. Multiple decays, just standing there in the trees, like, not making this an easy kill whatsoever. And, I mean, all these heroes have really made themselves difficult to kill. And look at Quinn. Just farming up all these ancients.
Surprise!
Gold.
Team Liquid didn't try to go for this stack because they did see it when they tried to go on Tofu.
Oh boy! Oh, the rocket flare.
5 HP.
So close.
Sniper did not have a point in ulti, so decided to opted to go for more of a farm-oriented build, putting more points in headshot with Mask of Madness, which does make sense. Like, his next item build should be Hurricane Pike to be able to protect himself. There's way too many heroes that can close the gap. Queen of Pain, as we said, Tusk as well. Boxy, now he didn't get priority in taking the
other stacks
Tome, but they're gonna take this big stack.
Yeah, which is good because they don't have stacks on their side.
So, still trying to get himself to level 6. Quinn scouts things out.
Flame Break, and again, I don't think they're going to need themselves using that lasso at all. They get the kill into Boxy. They look over Insania, pushed by the Cogs after the Fire Snap Cookie. They've got the Pulverize happening over bottom to get the kill here on the Ace. They'll take out the Nature's Prophet, but the trade is in. Dyrachyo gets the kill on Azai. Now, with 2 heroes on him, Mickey as well as Nisha will get the kill on Dyrachyo. The Sonic Wave will push back Quinn and Celery, as they'll use that Spectral Dagger to slow up Quinn, but the chase is on from Celery, who's starting to eat a lot of damage here from Nisha, and not willing to continue to push on forward while Quinn's slowed up and not able to get in the fight.
The good old Sonic Wave, the zoning one. We can call it Zoning Wave, pretty much. It's just, either you use it, or you potentially die, and you don't want to take that risk, so... Not too bad of a fight for Team Liquid. They get in there, they kill Dyrachyo. Queen of Pain's getting the items, does have Witchblade available. This is a
snowball.
Certain death. I don't think they needed the kisses. Quinn still trying to make something happen out of this one.
He is just not needing He'll lasso the Tusk and get the kill there. But now he's very vulnerable, and they'll get the kill on a Queen. Like, the turnaround there is because of the over-aggression coming out from this Batrider.
He was thinking about using it immediately. Sometimes you don't want to pop it because it's 2-minute cooldown. And now Nisha, on top of the net worth, has a Witchblade that we mentioned. Witchblade plus Shadow Strike, it's a lot of damage. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So Ace, still trying to farm up his Aghanim Scepter, very close to it. If he didn't die, he would have like 13, maybe even 12-minute Aghanim Scepter, which is still pretty impressive. But you can see the nerfs to Nature's Prophet. His strength gain did get nerfed. So right now, even with the Aghanim Scepter, he's sitting on 1,500 HP with just at level 9.
So, what, 14, 15, and then Clockwork at level 7 with his 13, 18 health. Clockwork's going to the gym more. He's got that strength. He's got that HP.
The good thing about reading the patch notes is you do get confused. So I just double-checked. His strength gain did not get nerfed at all. It was agility and intelligence. So jokes on you guys.
But now you'll think it's strength for the entirety of the patch.
If someone stopped listening after that because you know, he had to go and he was like, man, this Nature's Prophet really is not that tanky because Lacoste said so.
Oh, man. Look at the odds brought to you here by esportsbet.io. Not as bad as the last game, where it was 1.06 for Gaimin Gladiators. Very even thus far. Maybe a little bit of underdog here for the side of Liquid while Boxy goes down. The hookshot lands. It's on Anisha. The Cogs will push him back, but he still has that blink, and he's got an arcane rune to work with, too.
As a Queen of Pain, you would definitely want to try to take that fight. And I talked about Blink not getting prioritized on Nisha. He put a second point just because he might think that he's not going to be able to get out of trouble, but picked up the talent instead. Extra 11 strength, which is quite a lot of HP. So he's all about that survivability. And we talked about Primal Beast items in the previous game. Now it's bounced back from Quinn.
Yeah, that's rough. Can't unsalt when you get hit with the Flame Break, and we'll try to go to the mech to survive the Pulverize right on top of Tofu, but he doesn't care. He'll get the kill on his eye anyway. Nisha, he had that Arcane Rune, so he's got Sonic Wave and everything available. Tofu getting run down, but he's got to be careful. The Soul Rip from Celery onto the Clockwork, so Nisha blinking away towards Insania as three heroes are laying in wait here for the side of Gaimin Gladiators if he does go back in.
Yeah, that's the Cellar Rip coming in very clutch to keep Tofu alive.
And they'll try and go. They've got that upgraded Wrath of Nature, and they've got Tofu coming in with the Cogs pushing him away once again. The more numbers kisses, but they've got themselves the hook shot. They get the kill on Anisha. Tofu, oh, he will get denied by Celery, and well, they'll lose a courier. They get the kill on Insania, and I can't do anything to really turn this around. So the Gaimin Gladiators win another fight.
But they're all over the place. They're outnumbering them. You see Clockwork having long range initiation with the hook shot. The Nature's Prophet ulti bounces. So decent amount of damage. Still Quinn, the king of damage in this game. Like, he's going to have BKB. They have two abilities that go through magic immunity. That's Sonic Wave, which I think you might need to pop it on Batrider once you see him getting in, or Punch from Tusk, which is not going to be enough. Boxy's still doing the same thing, disassembling his Tranquil Boots as he did in Game 1, trying to farm up his Blink Dagger to be able to get potential saves. Gotta be a bit more tricky, and we see adaptations already, because Ice Shards got heavily nerfed in the previous patch. 400 cast range decreased on Ice Shards, which is pretty big. Like, you need to get really close to cast it now.
Yeah, but he's still been landing some decent shards.
Sure, one of the reasons why he's maxing out the Snowball now.
Yeah. So, Boxy, like you said, Tranquils into the Blink Dagger. So we'll see how that combo works for him. I'm still just watching how to do this disassemble, reassemble, disassemble stuff going on. I'm still learning, as he's currently got everything locked. Just waiting to see the right-click, unlock, right-click, unlock. Seems very tough.
Yeah, very difficult. Team Liquid will aim to go for this Aghanim Scepter plus BKB timing on Spectre, on Queen of Pain, sorry, to try to make stuff happen. They do have decent amount of Roche damage. Like, it's not the best Roche taking potential because Tusk only has 1 point in tag team, but if they take a fight, I think they can take the Roche.
So even though the Liquid are down 6,000 net worth, like, does the game change back towards feeling as even with the Ags being picked up by Mickey? Is that a power spike enough?
They need to get some kills. I think this Nature's Prophet needs to die, but he's getting also super tanky. Both cores going for... Big timing for Gaimin Gladiators is going to be 3 BKB cores, which is going to be slightly later than Team Liquid's power spike, I would say. I love using the word power spike. Makes me feel so smart.
That's what I do. If I want to sound smart, I just say power spike. Insert X item plus power spike. Hook shot will land on the Mickey, and he's just short of this Ag, so that'll put the timing back a little bit further as they get the kill onto the Spectre. They'll try to chase the look for Doraccio.
Nice
but
spike.
He's got himself that Hurricane Pike. Will get some distance. They'll still lose Tofu, but that's not the target that Liquid were looking to acquire.
Gaimin Gladiators already set up the vision in the enemy jungle, so they're going to see these rotations, and they see them teeping in as well, so Very nicely done by Gaimin Gladiators. They only trade position 4. They killed the Spectre, and as I said, trying to delay the game as much as possible to hit their BKB timings before Spectre can finish off the Axe. Potentially, I mean, she's going to have it in 400 gold. Baraccio, trying to go for a solo kill, needs to be a bit more careful here.
Yeah, doesn't want to risk going up the steps, especially with, well, not known to him exactly how many heroes are there, even though they've got a little bit of vision on that cliff.
One thing I really like about this draft from Gaimin Gladiators is that they do allow Nature's Prophet to scale as an offlaner, and you'll still have position 5 going for Mech, eventually Guardian Greaves, and your 4 going for Pipe.
BKB. Avoids the Fire Snap Cookie. The shard's not going to matter. Hook shot from downtown coming in from Tofu. That'll line up the lasso. They'll get the kill on Anisha, take out Boxy, and that is a double kill for Gaimin Gladiators. Not a specific person getting the double kill per se, but, well, you know, they'll take these kills in droves.
Getting hit by Wrath of Nature, plus also getting rooted. Hook shot from Tofu, finding the right angle. These wards, they still didn't get dewarded in the Liquids area, so need to be more careful about that. Like, this is pretty standard ward that we see on the high ground, but so far Gaimin Gladiators have been playing extremely well around it.
Yeah, found that vision, found the ability to do what they needed, and Baraccio moving forward, but he's got the Hurricane Pike that still puts him right next to Mickey. Troublesome for him. Cogs around Boxy, the damage coming in from Baraccio. They just don't have the damage to get a kill, and now they're going to continue to go and look for Zai. They've got the Soul Rip, they'll take out a second. Mickey trying to run, but he's going to fall. Baraccio standing his ground, and, well, he'll eventually drop to Nisha.
They'll get Quinn as well.
And they'll also get Quinn with the Mortimer's Kisses. It's starting to look Liquid's way to try and salvage this one, but it just takes so much of a sacrifice as the hook shot comes through.
Oh, they're going to fight
Nisha. They'll fight Nisha. They want to go, and they'll get the kill to the Queen of Pain. Ace is in on this to take out Celery, and Senia's becoming rich with the triple kill, but the rest of your team is dead. And you'll fall too as Ace has an ace up his sleeve and gets the kill onto the Snapfire.
Baraccio got tricked there by quite a bit. He was waiting for Primal Beast to get in so he can pike them, so he came a bit forward instead of going backwards to try to push him away instantly, stop his onslaught from getting in, and then Tusk comes in and blocks him with the shards plus the cog, so he was kind of forced to take this fight, which didn't end too bad, but since Snapfire joins, this is where the damage is going to come in. Queen of Pain, a bit of a late TP. I didn't follow if he had TP not available, and you can see the power of it. And then 2 supports chatting it up. They're like, oh, Queen of Pain, she just blanked in. We're not going to TP out. We're going to take this fight.
Now look at the damage that they just do right as he comes in. Oh, hook shot and slapping him with the decay. And
not able to get out. And look at positioning from Insania. He's trying to go around the trees to scout things out if there is an observer ward on the high ground. And then Ace figures it out, uses treants. He's like, no, there is no observer ward there on the high ground. So 9 heroes dying, 10k gold lead for Gaimin Gladiators. They're still trying to make something happen here with the smoke. Boxy does have a blink dagger.
For that illusion over on the Celery. Hook shot.
That was so close.
They still have the Sprout. It's around on Boxy. The Fire Snap Cookie doesn't get him over the cliff, but eventually he does get over. I think thanks to the Flame Break that came in from Quinn. And that pushed him over the cliff, so he was able to get out safely. Now a BKB on Baraccio, so you've got the BKB available on the Batrider. You have it on Ace as well. It's the BKB lineup that you were talking about. We'll see how that works for Gaimin Gladiators as they immediately smoke.
This is a big kill. Mickey, let's see if he's quick enough to use Blade Mail.
They'll spot him. They've got the cogs. They'll have the lasso, and he is dead.
Sniper down to half HP. If there's a Sonic Wave plus a Primal Beast Onslaught, these heroes pre-BKB are gonna fall, but unfortunately for Team Liquid, Baraccio just finished off his BKB, Quinn has 8-second BKB, and Nature's Prophet also shiny 9-second BKB. This is the big timing I was talking about. They're gonna go inside the pit.
Hook shot lands onto the Snapfire. They've also got themselves the Wrath of Nature, which roots up Boxy. He's over to the side and trying to TP out with the Flame Break, the damage. They get the kill on both supports on the side of Liquid. So Gaimin Gladiators really looking quite nice in these fights. And they will probably claim their prize of Roche.
Nature's Prophet ulti hits targets that, you know, are seen. So in terms of vision, you have Tombstone, you have Rocket flying around, Shrapnel as well. There's a lot of stuff providing vision for the team, and now Baraccio will pick up that Aegis. They didn't even use a BKB on him. They didn't even use a... Oh, they did use one on Quinn. Okay.
Still low, 8 seconds, right? Like these high duration BKBs in a point in a game like this. Quinn, he's on the run. His BKB is not available, so that means he will die there to Nisha. Nisha and Mickey make it a combination that works. Hook shot off the mark as Mickey throws a spectral dagger out, but Arachi with the damage. They'll pop the blade mail, they'll go to the BKB, and now they'll use that haunt and get away, but the Wrath of Nature comes in, and I believe that locked up Nisha for a moment, but he's going to pop his own BKB. Mickey, he's right back out of Arachi as well as Tofu. He's back into the mix. They get the kill there onto the Spectre, and that is not the place that he wanted to be. His Celery's going to be chased here by Zai as well as Boxy, but the rocket flares out. Celery's so tanky. Yeah, Ace coming in with the right clicks coming through. Insania trying to get the fire stack going to get Boxy out, but the Sprout is up around him. They get the kill to the Tusk. They'll look over at Zai. He's going to try and get out with the onslaught, and he will do just that as he curves over onto the high ground, but they might still be looking.
Dyrachyo still looking for something. Does have shrapnel, but not going to go for it. Cookie plus a 4-staff available.
Not going to be as easy anymore.
Celery is way too tanky. He does have mech. He did have, I believe, a full magic wand there, plus a Glimmer Cape gets the soul rip off.
Joakim bottom to get another kill into Quinn. He does have his BKB this time, though. Not going to be so easy. And they're also setting up mid for Gaimin Gladiators. 13k lead, like what's the comeback path for Liquid?
In terms of scaling, Gaimin Gladiators lineup, it scales extremely well. You have tri-cores, plus you have also supports that scale relatively well with levels.
They're going in on an ace.
This is a big kill.
Yeah, they've got that kill. And that was off the shadow step, so having that available to you every 40 seconds sometimes feels kind of broken.
Team Liquid will need to play around the vision, and you can already see someone spinning it out. It's on the high ground. They did catch a glimpse of me, so they need to have good vision, and they need to split up the map with this a bit of a more global presence coming out from Spectre, one blink from Queen of Pain, blink from Tusk. They can delete the heroes. 2.5 minutes left on Aegis. Let's see if Gaimin Gladiators can try to get something else done. There are 2 Tier 2 towers available still, so should try to go and get some pressure done. You see Dyrachyo talking by quite a bit on camera. Boxy trying to buy some time. Hook shot missed again. This is the second time Tofu misses it, but the other hook shots were really on point.
Yeah, Boxy's been across enemy lines for a while now, so he'll finally TP back, but he has been disruptive in his time over there. Shadowblade, they're making the Silver Edge on the Sniper, Rocket Flare, and the Wrath of Nature, so, well, now Zai's in some trouble. He's got a TP still. He's on the run. Tofu
does have a BKB, but Quinn is coming.
Yeah, hookshot with Flame Break, stopping the onslaught. Now they go to the Assassinate. They look over as they'll get a kill on a Zai.
Did not want to pop that BKB. I'd say it's a tough choice. Maybe he thinks he won't be able to time it. Like Batrider just shown himself from the fog. And another smoke. They are the ones controlling the outposts, so they can easily TP to both of these if necessary.
Boxy again across enemy lines and trying to find as much farm as he can. He's got that Blink Dagger. Going with the ulti coming up from Celery. They'll go with the Gleipnir from Ace. So Insania is very dead. Rocket Flare trying to get them some vision. They'll look, maybe find Nisha, but up in the top lane, Mickey, he's been caught by Quinn and Dyrachyo, and that is another kill onto the Spectre.
This should also be a tower, maybe even a second tower, because they still have a full minute left on that Aegis. Gleipnir done on Ace. This is a big item, especially against Tusk. Can't use Snowball against the Primal Beast, against Queen of Pain. Even though item got nerfed, it's still a very powerful item. Just in terms of stats that it gives to, I'm going to call this intelligence carry more than offlaner, considering the item that he's going for. And one of the reasons why Ace is on top of the network. Like, his item build has been on point. We've seen this item build like the other way around as well, but coming from the offlane, I like Aghanim Scepter. A bit of a tough game here for Zai, where he can't get in. Pike, Clockwork Hook Shot, Cogs, way too many abilities like Flame Break from Batrider, etc. So,
and Quinn's been on it too with the Flame Breaks that have been stopping the onslaught. Ooh, they're going to get the root damage coming in from Dyrachyo. They have the hook shot to go into the base, and they'll get the kill on a Zai. So that means no Primal Beast for 47 seconds. Boxy goes in with a snowball that goes across over to Ace. They'll go to the board numbers Kisses. It's right on top of Ace, but it's not doing enough damage. They get the kill on the Boxy, and now Mickey going in. Jumping forward, there's the Sprout. That's That's a big issue. Blade Mail being popped, but with the Flame Break, they get the kill on Insignia. They're going to look over at Mickey. He is in so much trouble. Even with the Spectral Dagger, he cannot get out of those cogs.
That's
they
just
take out
clockwork.
Tofu, but everybody is dying here on the side of Liquid. Nisha with the BKB. They find themselves Duraccio, and he is going to die here. No buyback for 75 seconds, but they do need a little bit more, and they won't find it in Celery, who TP's out.
2 buybacks, heavy commitment from Team Liquid, so next time their supports die, it's still a glimpse of hope. Let's see if they can find something else. Boxy, no Blink Dagger available. Yeah, he can find another death, it seems.
Yeah, burning, and eventually, even with the snowball, Quinn ready to let him pop out. He snipes the kill. That was impressive.
Tofu, yeah, that was nicely timed. Tofu even gets him the tip.
Yeah, good job stealing the gold from Quinn. So 17,000 net worth lead here for Gaimin Gladiators. You can see Ace, like you said, that int carry kind of thing that's going on with him on the Nature's Prophet. And, well, he is up 5K on Duraccio, who feels like he's having a really good game himself.
Duraccio is just a secondary carry at this point. I've seen so many games where Ace Nature's Prophet takes over. Does have Mindbreaker. They also found Elven Tunic, so some really good neutral Tier 3 items, Psychic Headband as well. Of course, you want to give that to Batrider, who does have Octarine Core, does have Arcane Rune in the bottle, and also the gem that Celery bought for him.
And both teams getting the Quickening Charm, too. So, see who picks that up for both sides. Who wants a little bit of a cooldown reduction. Liquid, it cost them buybacks, but they were able to salvage a little bit out of that fight. But it just still feels like Gaimin Gladiators have complete control of the game.
There's so much sustain on Gaimin Gladiators. You have Satanic that we talked about. Like even Mask of Madness, if he's not attacking Spectre with the Blade Mail, is going to give him decent amount of lifesteal. Soul Rip on 6 seconds cooldown, plus a mech. And he's even going into Guardian Grease, getting very close to it. Just needs 100 gold to finish it off.
Tofu, by the way, only needs 200 gold, 300 goldish to get that Ags picked up.
So more rockets, which is going to be great for Nature's Prophet ulti. Ooh, that was a close one again.
They spot him. Flame Break missing. Smoke coming out from Liquid, but that's bottom while they're chasing Nisha top. They're even thinking about throwing Ace up here. Got the Wrath of Nature going and jumping around.
Quickening Charm, Octarine, Arcane Rune, Flaming Glasso. Cooldown 52 seconds. Boots of Travel is like 40-second cooldown or something. Oh, never mind. It's
they
like
go to the Walrus Punch. It's going to be on Duraccio. They might be able to get the kill on the Sniper, but with the Hurricane Pike and the BKB, he's able to get away. He also had that Shadow Blade. They'll go forward with the Haunt. They're trying to get anything out of this one, but look at the damage coming into Insania, coming out from Ace. Ace is going to stand his ground. They go over and get the kill on a Mickey. That's going to be Duraccio, who had a sliver of health to get the kill on the Spectre. Walrus Punch again. It pops up Ace into the air. That might allow Zai to get out, but it's a snowball over to the side, and it looks like he's probably dead. So we'll focus our attention on Zai as he's on the run. The Flame Break lands, and Zai trying to get out of this one, but Quinn finally gets the kill. Tofu hits the hook shot. He's got the cogs. The Gladiator in from Ace with the BKB pop by Nisha. Sonic Wave, but Quinn
not enough
still
damage.
Surviving. The damage coming in from Liquid just not going to be enough. The Flame Break lands. They've got the Assassinate. Not even needed as Celery will get the kill on Anisha, and Liquid just losing heroes hand over fist as they fight in a Gaimin Gladiator.
I'm not going to say this is it. Like, see the damage from Nature's Prophet with the Ags and Gleipnir, 5.5k damage, almost the same amount of damage that the whole Team Liquid squad did in the previous fight. 2 supports did buy back. Tusk didn't die. It's Snapfire who died, but Queen of Pain, I don't know if you want to use the buyback here. You're going to kill your own game, so that's very difficult. You see Ace even split pushing this bottom tower instead.
Throw the tree into bottom, throw your right-click damage at mid, and you should end up getting both. And a shrapnel thrown bottom, too. Gleipnir lasso, Walrus Punch comes in, they'll go to the buyback coming in from the Queen of Pain, they'll go to the Border's Kisses as the Sonic Wave hits on a couple of the heroes. They get the kill to Quinn, they'll look over at Tofu, he's trying to stand his ground, the damage coming in, they get the kill to Mickey and Zai! Oh, Nisha drops, he just bought back! Oh dear, oh
this
dear,
might be
the
it,
Liquid
B-Cup.
team is evaporating here as they'll go in with the Gleipnir, they'll get the kill, Auto Insania, the snowball over to Duraccio, but what can you do but die, Boxy? You're the man in the box, and Ace will get the ultra kill, they'll get the GG, he gets the Rampage to cap it off, and they will take the victory 2-0 over Liquid. They just cannot figure them out as they have come to play in the arena, the Coliseum that is Dota 2 for the Gaimin Gladiators.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. To stay up to date with our latest videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's create something wonderful together.